Hey, it's me, Steamy Bean, coming at you from Ottawa. Ottawa, famous for its travelers. And here I am with a famous YouTuber in travel.
Famous YouTuber.
Don's
Not
family.
so famous YouTuber.
Not so famous?
How can a famous cruiser be from Ottawa? We are the most landlocked city in Canada.
I know.
It's just crazy, right?
And all, yeah, because I remember Bruce always saying that you're from Edmonton.
Yeah, I know. I mean, no, Bruce, no.
So he
Bruce,
was
I'm
trying
not.
to even make you
Cruising with Bruce? No. I'm
feel
not.
for
I'm not.
Right. Well, yeah, so it's really great to have you on my channel, and I really,
Thank you, Scott.
yeah, it's feel very privileged. So I guess today I want to hear about your story. You know,
Okay.
how it all started, and you really had a bit of a roller coaster there, you know, concerning your health and
Yeah, well, I've always been a traveler.
yeah,
Love traveling. But about 4 years ago now, I came down with cancer.
yes,
A very big shock. There was no signs whatsoever, and then they found colon cancer, and my colon was literally almost blocked by the time they found it.
okay,
It was emergency surgery we had to go in for.
hmm
And at that time, I was kind of diagnosed at like 50% chance to make it out of this.
Sure.
And I just want to say, I've made it out of this.
Yeah,
over the last 4 years.
we saw that in your video
So-
at the hospital.
Nothing but great news from the doctors and the nurses here in Ottawa.
Mhm.
Fantastic. Never had a single complaint ever going through this. But when I was off and going through chemo and getting weak, and normally I'm in a very physical job. I
Right.
run warehouses and drive forklifts and things like that. But I didn't know if I could go back, right? So
Right,
I
yeah.
said, well, what can I do that I might have to support myself in the future
Mhm.
if I can't go back to that job? So I said, well, I love travel. And I said, well, look into travel. And so I decided to start an
Makes
at-home
sense.
travel agency,
Yeah.
something I know about. And then I said, well, I'm here in Ottawa, Canada.
Mhm.
How in the heck are people going to get to know me? And
Yeah.
how do I get business? Because I know everyone at my work, and but I'm not a big, I don't belong to a big church group or a big social club. I'm not,
Yeah.
my parents used to be, in the military and all this, and they have all that stuff. So I started up YouTube, and it kind of combined two passions of mine. I'm a big
Right.
movie guy,
Mhm.
so I said, hey, I get a chance to film and pretend I'm a movie star and
Yeah,
jump on this and still get to travel. Plus, I get to travel.
yeah,
And I said, even if I'm my only client, I'm paying myself to travel now.
hmm
So it sounded like a good idea.
So you're known as the fellow who wears the white shirt
Yeah.
with a backdrop of
And
the ocean.
Not this shirt.
No,
But
this
it is
shirt
a
has
white shirt.
this shirt has gray
It
on it.
actually has
yeah.
a gray stripe on
Yeah,
it.
so
there.
you have that white shirt and that backdrop of the ocean,
Yeah. Yeah.
and that really and it worked.
It's funny because and the quality. My first video, guys, please don't go back and watch them because they're horrible.
Okay.
Because you don't know what you're doing when you
Right.
first start, right?
Mhm.
And I was talking like this as if
You're delivering the news.
delivering the news
Yeah.
and changing my voice, and it wasn't just being me natural.
Right.
And
Sure.
eventually, it got to the point where when I wasn't trying to become famous on YouTube,
Yeah.
and I didn't feel like that was my main goal anymore, I just wanted to talk about cruising because I love cruising so much.
Yeah,
And so it became natural at that point. And that's when things started, people started to take notice when I wasn't some guy preaching about cruising, I was some guy talking about how he loved cruising.
Sure.
Makes a difference.
that's right. And you're talking about your traveling all your life.
Yeah.
So when you're traveling when you're young, what did traveling consist of?
Mostly cruising. My parents were big cruisers.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. We also did the old pack the family up in the car and drive across country a lot.
Sure.
So, but my big thing when I was, my dad always talked about doing the Disney World trip.
Yeah.
Because back then, think about it, I'm 55, so think 30 some years ago, it's still the heyday of Disney just opening
Yeah.
up, right? And he always wanted to do it right. We're going to go and we're going to stay at the Contemporary Resort, and we're going to get a suite, and we're going to do this, and we're going to do that.
Is it a resort where the train went through?
The monorail
I always wanted to stay there when I was a kid.
And it's not the best hotel there.
Oh.
They have better hotels now, but because my dad always wanted to go there, that's the hotel I always want to stay at.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, he passed away of a massive heart attack before the family could ever do the trip that he always wanted.
Mm-hmm.
We went on cruises because cruising back then was cheaper than Disney at the time.
Right.
But we never got to do that Disney trip. So when I got married, the very first trip I did is I took my wife to Disney.
Oh, right.
Just as a kind of a tribute to my dad.
Sure.
And then from then on, it was, you know what is my most passion? I just love cruising. It's always been something I like. And especially the last 15 years, the innovations that ships come up with now and how big they are and things to do. And you can choose and tailor make your vacation based on the ship you go on, right?
So you started cruising in the early 80s, or?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So did you do the skeet shooting? You had a shotgun?
We did. We did the ski shooting back then.
The golf and the driving range.
I was literally on the Pacific Princess, which was the Love Boat.
Yeah.
Back in the heyday, and but now we have a new Pacific Princess, which is larger.
Sure.
But it's still the smallest princess ship out there.
Yeah.
It's the one they do the world tour with.
Right.
So I would love to do that one again, but I don't know about going on an 80-day, 110-day.
It's a bit long.
Small ship cruise.
Yeah.
Because there's only so much you can do on it, right?
Yeah.
But we started out with those sizes of ships.
Right.
And now when you look at ships like the Oasis and the Allure, you can fit 10 of the other ships in them, right? So
yeah, I know.
It's crazy.
What have been your last couple of cruises that you've been on?
Lately it's been Princess, mostly because I haven't been as active as I normally can be, right?
Sure.
Coming off of chemo and stuff like that. So I wanted a quieter, relaxing. Princess is perfect for that. They don't have all the slides and all those bells and whistles. There's no flow riders on a Princess cruise. They have good dining, they have great entertainment, and they have a very beautiful ship.
Yeah.
That's what you can look forward to. And great itineraries, they do itineraries really well.
Oh, okay, Princess,
You know, they have lots of people who come on and do seminars and things like that on their cruises. So that's fun. Now that I'm...
On the mend. Are you doing well?
Doing well. I'm looking to start doing some more active cruises.
Okay.
So upcoming, I'm going back to Alaska next year.
Right.
At some point. I'm going to get on some bigger ships. And I definitely want to get out to the Galapagos Islands and on an expedition ship.
Oh, really?
So, because I love diving as well.
Okay.
And little known fact, when I was 19 years old, my girlfriend at the time brought me to a psychic. And I don't believe in psychics really, but it's always
fun.
It's stuck in my head.
Sure.
She told me, for some reason, that I'm going to die by a shark. Now, how scary is that for a guy who does 80-some cruises? Is that I'm going to die by a shark? And I go scuba diving all the time. It's just hilarious.
The plot thickens.
The really funny part is, at one point I went out and bought a new car. It was called a Tiburon, and I didn't realize it, but Tiburon means shark.
Holy jeez.
So it could have been that.
Are you still driving that?
No, I don't have that car anymore, but not that I believe that, but it's always stuck in my head that that's going to be the way to go, right? But it's hilarious so I chose cruising as my main travel all the time.
So how's your setting up all your equipment going? And I'm intrigued with that because I'm a very basic YouTuber, and
it's getting as I started to get more followers and more views, I was able to use some of the money that YouTube gives you to purchase more equipment. So now I have a proper microphone. I have the big green screen set up. I have lighting, which I never had before. So
3-point lighting?
Yeah, you may have noticed some of my earlier videos, I'm very yellow. That's because it was my normal living room lights that were on. Now I have actual daylight lighting.
All right.
So it makes it better. I can now afford the proper editing instead of the free stuff that you can find. I now use Adobe Pro in my
Okay.
editing, so things are better quality, I
Yeah.
think. So that also helps as well, right?
And you'll notice I'm not using a mic.
No, and we just talked about that. You got to get a mic. You got to get the one right here, the
Yeah.
lavalier mic that just pins. It's very cheap, but they're so great. And a lot of people always think that you need to have these big cameras with you, right?
Right.
And I have all those cameras. I've always had the big cameras with the big lenses and lots of that. Now when I travel and I vlog, I just use my phone because it's 4K quality.
Yeah.
It's handy, but I also have a little stabilizer.
Okay.
So I can walk around and my videos look smooth and silky, no
Right,
matter
yeah.
what I'm doing. No matter, I can pan, I can do all, and it's so much better than walking around with your hand, right?
Yeah, I know.
And-
I'm holding this phone in my hand,
and you can
and I'm
see
feeling,
we're moving around a little bit.
and I'm feeling the arm.
But yeah, I tell you, the funniest thing
Yeah.
is when you use this, you kind of
Yeah.
walk around like this.
Right.
Well, the only thing that got burnt on my last cruise was here,
Oh,
because it was always out.
the sun was beating down
It
on
was
you.
beating down on my arm.
Oh wow.
But it is so much easier to carry around that thing
Yeah.
to get film footage when you're going. It's made vlogging so much easier for me.
Okay.
And I don't need my big camera anymore. I could literally just use my phone and my stabilizer and my mic.
Yeah.
That's all I need. I still bring my big cameras with me and my tripods,
Mm-hmm.
but most of everything you see is filmed just on the phone.
Oh, cool. So I guess for me, it's I gotta get the mic
You
and
need the mic.
the stabilizer,
Yeah.
because if you don't have the stabilizer, things get a little bit wackadoodle.
Well, just take a couple. Take a step forward. Go like this.
Yeah.
So you
Yeah,
can see how that's moving, right?
It's like NYPD Blue, the shaky
yeah.
screen.
Or Bourne. You're watching a Bourne fight scene in the Bourne movies.
Oh, I
and
know.
It's,
Yeah.
It's shaky cam everywhere.
Exactly.
So people, and I'm the same way. If I'm watching a video, I love watching YouTube, and I'll watch all kinds of people, and I see the shaky,
Yeah.
and I'll stop, and I'll look for something
Really?
else.
Okay.
Yeah, because I want it. It just, I'm trying to focus on what you're telling me or showing me, and if I can't, it gets really annoying. It's
Yeah.
it's people want YouTube to look like TV.
Sure.
Right? So they want it that same kind of quality. And if you're doing this all the time, it's a lot less.
Oh.
People will turn it off. It's the same as if your sound is bad,
Yeah.
people will turn it off.
So down the road, next couple of paychecks, maybe. Well, the mic was only $9.
$9-10, yeah.
I could do that even before the paycheck.
Yeah. It's,
But the stabilizer, why not? Yeah, it's a good idea.
Instead of buying bigger lenses and things for a bigger camera,
Yeah.
a stabilizer is. I was just looking at a brand new lens for my Canon camera, and it was $800 and some for the lens.
Oh, good
My
lord.
stabilizer was 110.
Yeah.
So, which one is worth it? You know what
That's
I mean?
true. That's true. Yeah. Well, I really appreciate the meeting up with me on
That
this.
was my pleasure. I'm
morning.
glad we were able to do it. You had your wedding you were at this weekend.
Yeah.
And I just got back from dog sitting, so
Yeah.
luckily it was squeezed
And the red
right
and the
in.
Red Blacks weren't playing, so
No, and not that we're playing too well this year.
No, they have a winning season though.
Yeah, but still,
Okay.
I just watched them blow a 21-point lead in the fourth quarter.
Oh my God, against Toronto.
It just drove me nuts. I was screaming at the
Yeah.
TV. Yeah, because I get
I
emotional
know.
over my
I
sports.
know. It was awful.
And my Senators this year, I don't know. I just don't know.
Well,
we might
Senators
lose
don't look-
Carlson soon.
I know.
I don't know.
Might as well become a Toronto fan.
What's nope. Sorry, Toronto.
Were you a Montreal
Ottawa.
fan before Ottawa?
When I
came?
was growing up, I was
Yeah.
a Montreal Canadian fan.
Yeah.
That's how my dad, because that's all we could get in Ottawa at the
Yeah.
time. There was a blackout for Toronto games.
Yeah.
So we only got the Montreal Canadiens. So I grew up with Frank Mahovlich, Pete Mahovlich,
Yeah.
Yvon Cornwallier, all the classic guys, right?
Yeah.
So, of course,
There you go.
I had to be a Montreal fan at the time. But when Ottawa came, I'm an Ottawa loyal person, so
Yep.
I cheered my team on.
That's right. So on that note, vlog at Vinny.
Bye bye.
Oh, jeez. I'm gonna keep that in there. That slip.